Good afternoon, traders. It is Thursday, July 10th, 2014, and the U.S. stock market is closed. Boy, I had a little scare this morning. I started watching the market right on the open, and the Dow, it's really dives into the toilet right at the beginning. I think it was down 170 points or more within the first 30 minutes or so. It didn't look good. And even though I think we had 4 positions, they were at least staying slightly above water, maybe slightly negative. It didn't look good because we had pretty good positive equity on the close yesterday. So it really looked like the beginning of a bad day. But amazingly enough, everything started to recover, including the Dow. And I will show you on the charts what I think was so significant about that in a second. But anyway, things started pulling together for us, and we ended up having a good day today. And the Dow did come back quite a bit, but it still ended up closing down 70. So keeping in mind, on a day that the Dow Jones Industrial Average was down 70, we closed out nearly $6,000 in positive closeout trades, and we're carrying about $1,600 positive going into tomorrow. Now, we would have done better with that positive open trade equity, except we had this one market in Endeavor Silver, and we got into this and it looked really good. We were up over $2,000 positive on it, well into the day, and then the thing dumped and went from, we were positive 2,000 to worse than negative 2,000, so a $4,000 swing. I don't know what the problem was with that, and you would kind of think, conventional thinking is, silver, precious metals are going to go up when the stock market goes down, but it just doesn't work that way, and it started out that way today, and then we got caught in reversal. So it wasn't for that reversal in Endeavor Silver, we'd be carrying $5,000 or so going into tomorrow. But hey, wishes were horses, beggars would ride. We didn't get everything, but we got a nice, decent, halfway profitable day on a day most people were losing their shirt. Anyway, let me show you the chart. Okay, here's the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and just so you, this was the all-time highs over 17,000, and then we had these 2 very bad down days, a little bit of recovery yesterday. And, I said I was worried about getting stuck in a trading range between these red lines. No, we're not stuck there at all. Look at this thing right at the beginning. The low was on the second 15-minute bar, and I think it was down 170 or 180 points at that point. Now, that's the bad news. The good news is this, and I put a little out on StockTwits about this, and you've heard me talk about this before, but this is what I call a bull spike. It's this big sell-off right at the beginning of the day, followed by a rally, and this almost all, in individual markets, and for that matter in the Dow Jones Industrial Average, this indicates that this market is going higher because, the buyers come in at this low and they just drive the thing up pretty much all day long, and that's what happened here. I would have liked it to have settled up closer to the highs here. These highs were, the Dow, we'd gone from like negative 180 to about negative 40 up here, and eventually settled back to about negative 70. Now, I would have preferred that it hadn't done that settling back, but I still call this a bull spike. This really indicates this market is going higher, and as I say, we really did well all through this. It wasn't until this little pullback that we saw some of our equity weaken, but we still had a great day. And I'll show you just a couple of the really good trades we have today. First of all, I'll show you the one we got out of, and this was in EDN. And I'm not going to tackle the Spanish on this. It's EDN. We got into this yesterday, right at the beginning of the day. It went up. It closed very nicely. Look at this thing. This came down just like the Dow did. We actually were negative in EDN within the first 15 minutes a day, but then it just immediately bounced back, and we got out of here. Where we got out here, we couldn't have done much better. I mean, this is getting pretty close to the all-time highs on this trade, and we took out over $5,000 in EDN, and that was a new market for us. You know, I'm just tickled pink with that. That was just a great trade. And I'll show you another trade. This one we're actually still in. We got into it today. This is IMMR, Immersion Corporation. We jumped into this 30 minutes into the day. No trouble getting into that because it did just a tiny little bit of pullback, and then it started to scream about 45 minutes after we got into it, and it just went up and up and up, and that thing closed almost on its high, and we are up over $4,000 in IMMR. So just a great trade. So for a day the Dow was down 70, we had a good day. This is Trader Bob signing off. I'm happy. I'll see you tomorrow on Friday.